In this lecture, we will learn how to create our own title block in Fusion. Fusion supplies us with a default title block, as we can see here. However, this is very generic and may not include all of the part or assembly information that we need. So this sample here is a title block that I made in Fusion, and in this lecture, I'll walk you through step by step how we can utilize the various tools that Fusion offers to create our own title block. Now, some engineers would recommend creating a 2D drawing template in another software, such as Autodesk Inventor or AutoCAD, and then importing into Fusion. But Fusion has the necessary built-in features to enable us to do this already. So let's begin. Let's jump into Fusion, and we'll come up to the top left where we have File, hit the drop down there, and we'll select New Drawing Template, left click once. You should see a toolbox pop up. And in terms of template, we want to select From Scratch. You can then select your recording standard. So for me, I'm going to work in ISO. Units, got Imperial and Metric. I'm going to stick in Metric. And then sheet size, I'm going to go for A3. Got our dimensions there. And in terms of orientation, I'll stay with Landscape. Let's click OK. And now we are in an environment to create a new template. So around the side here, we have our border. And then just down here, we have our title block, which is what we're going to be focusing on today. So let's say we want to add a new title block. We'll come over to the browser, hit the drop down next to Sheet Settings, and where we have our title block here. So if I hide that, then show it, we can right click on it and we can go New Title Block. We'll left click that once. And then with the toolbox here, there are three sources. We can create a title block from existing, from scratch, or from a drawing file. So we want to go from scratch. We're going to do this all in Fusion. And let's give this a name. Let's go for sample block. Press OK. And now we are in a new environment where we are going to be sketching out the title block. So if we look at our tools at the top, we've got some very generic and basic sketch tools. We have our constraints available, modification tools, inspection tools. We've also got the ability to insert decals as well, which is what we'll be doing today. So I'm going to sketch out the title block that I showed at the beginning of this lecture. I'm going to be referring to this. You're more than welcome to copy it and use it as it is, or feel free to design your own. So let's go ahead and use the tools and model up this title block. So I'm going to sketch this out in the center of this environment. And then once that's done, once it's complete, I'm going to move it all down to the bottom right corner, which is where I prefer to have title blocks. But you can move it around the page wherever you like. So let's hit R on the keyboard then. We're drawing a rectangle. And notice here that sketching is a little bit different to when we're in design mode. And we cannot enter the parameters, let's say the vertical or the horizontal dimensions. When drawing out the rectangle, we can only do it with the dimension tool. So I'm going to roughly draw out that rectangle. And I notice from my constraints that we have a parallel constraint between these two lines. We have a parallel constraint between these two lines. We've got a perpendicular constraint here. I want to make sure that this line here is horizontal so it doesn't sort of shift and go at a funny angle. So I'll left click there once. And for now, I'm also going to constrain. I'm going to use a fixed constraint on the bottom left corner to prevent that from moving anywhere. So now that's fully constrained, we can go ahead and use the dimension tool. So hit D on the keyboard, and first of all, let's dimension the width, which in this case, as per the drawing, is 180 millimeters. And then we're going to go ahead and dimension the height, which is 60 millimeters. Let's enter. Then from here, we need to use the line tool. So I'm going to hit L on the keyboard. I'm going to draw in a straight line. So I'm going to snap to this line here, but notice when I come down, Fusion will not apply an automatic vertical constraint to this line. So we don't know that it's exactly 90 degrees, and it also gives it the ability to move as well. So I'm actually going to put it at an angle like so, and then I'm going to use the vertical constraint and apply it to this line, and now it's fixed vertical, and I'm going to give that a dimension as well. So this line to this one here has a dimension of 60 millimeters. Let's enter. And then I'll use the line tool again. And we can start, let's snap onto this line here and come across. Again, I'm going to go at a bit of a funny angle here. Use the horizontal constraint. Constrain this line horizontally. Then I'm going to press D on the keyboard. Then reference this line to this one. And give that a total height of 40 millimeters. Press enter. That's looking good. And now I'm just going to go ahead and input all of the other lines as per this current design. So I'll speed up the video for that. Okay, that's looking nice. I just want to take a quick look at a preview of this to make sure everything looks good. So let's go on the finish title block. And then we can see, yeah, that's looking fine. Got all my lines in there. All the spacing looks correct. Now let's continue editing it. So let's come under our sample block here. So you see the name that we've given it has now appeared here. So right click, edit title block. And then from here, we're going to enter some text to identify each one of these fields here before we input the smart text. So to do this, we can come under our creation tools. We've got text here. We'll shortcut T on the keyboard, or we've got the text option up here. So I'm going to hit T on the keyboard, left click once, and I'm just going to draw in a text box, and I'm going to enter title. In our parameters box, we can edit the font, the size, the color, and so forth. We can also add symbols where we need to as well. So click close. And I'm just going to repeat that process to identify the remainder of the fields, so I'll speed up the video for that. Okay, that's looking nice. And next we're going to add the smart text, or in Fusion it's called attributes. An attribute is a property that relates to either a part or an assembly. So for example, when we add a part in here, if we add smart text here, which is, let's say, the title, it will refer to the title of that part as it has been named. So whatever part or assembly we put in this file, it will pick up on that and always insert that text here. So it's really useful to have and saves us a lot of time in terms of editing the title block on every single drawing that we're doing. So to do this, we come up to our creation tools, and then we have attribute here. We've also got the shortcut up there. So let's click that, and then I'm going to enter the attribute under the title, and that is going to be, in this case, title 1. Okay, again, we can change the fonts like so. Click close. Repeat that process, so I'm going to right click and select repeat attribute, so a bit of a shortcut there. Right click, and in our shortcuts wheel, we can repeat our last command. In terms of material, hit the drop down, select material there, click close. I'm just going to repeat this for all of the other fields as well that require attributes. So I'll do that quickly now and speed up the video. And I'm also going to add in some text here. This template will always be used for metric drawings. So I'm going to hit T on the keyboard and input a box there, put in millimeters and position that. Okay, and after we save this title block, we'll then create a new drawing and we'll see the smart text or the attributes working for us there. So here it will define the sheet we're on, like the first sheet of, let's say, 5 or the second sheet, etc. Part number, that's relating to the model, and we'll learn how to adjust part numbers for models. Material, yeah, we've got the title, who it was drawn by, and the date that it was drawn, and then referring here to the scale. Okay, so I'm just going to hit finish title block there, make sure everything's looking good. It looks fine to me, yeah, okay. Let's right click on that again, select edit title block, and just 2 more images that I want to add here. So in terms of projection, we could actually sketch in the geometry for either first or third angle, but I'm going to choose to use an image that I just got from Google. And I'm also going to add in a decal over here, and maybe add in some text here as well about the tolerances. So to do decals, let's come up to Insert, and we'll select Image. And this will bring us to our Fusion library in the cloud. So I'm going to try and find the Fusion logo, which has got it here. So, or you can insert from your computer. Select my image and press Insert. And then you'll see that it's very much oversized, but that's okay. We'll just left click once. And we do have a toolbox here where we can adjust its position and also the scale. But I would recommend doing this manually. It's a lot easier. Just click OK there. Hover the mouse over the image. Then as we come to the outside of its border, we can select that. We can then scale it down with the corner points there. We can also position it. Oh, not that one. Control Z. Take the border. We can also position that, yeah, like so, something like that. That's looking good. That's our first decal, and I'll add another one for projection. Just a note here, when we created this template, we assigned the ISO standard, which utilizes first angle projection. And you'll see here that I'm using a third angle decal, but it's just to demonstrate the insertion of a decal. However, there is a lecture in this section specifically on first and third angle projections, and I'll show you there how we can alternate between the two. Again, this one's very much oversized. I'm just going to click OK, move to the border, left click once, scale that right down, and position it somewhere about there. Looking good. Let's just have a quick preview of that. Finish the title block. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, could make that a bit bigger. And our Fusion logo, yeah, that's okay. Right click, edit title block. And just one more thing, I want to add some more text. So I'm going to add in a text box here. And I'm going to drop this text down. Let's go 2.5, see how that comes out. Type in tolerances. Go for linear. Let's go for 0.2 mil. Let's say some steel work and angular. Let's go for 1.5, and I'm going to add a symbol here. So I'm going to drop down on the symbols, add the degree symbol, click close, position that roughly like so. Okay, almost there. We just need to position this in the correct location on this sheet. So I applied a fixed constraint to this corner here, which we now need to remove. So if you hover the mouse over here, we'll then see the lock constraint show up here, or the fixed constraint. Right click on that, select delete constraint. And now under the modification tools, I'm going to select move. And in terms of my selection, I'm going to drag select around everything to move. And then we want to make sure that we have transform point to point turned on. So we're just going to select this corner point here. And in my case, I'm going to snap this down to this corner point down here like so. But feel free to move that wherever you like. And then when we click OK, we'll see that everything is now moved over. And we can go on finish title block. And there we have our custom-made title block. The next thing we need to do is save it, and then we'll put it to the test. So first thing we need to do, let's click save. And then we can name this appropriately. So we say sample, I'm going to put sample title block. And then we just want to make sure that the location is correct. So I'm going to put this in my engineering drawings folder under my project, but feel free to position that wherever you like. So click save. And now let's put this template to the test. Let's come on to a new design. And I'm just going to do a basic sketch here. Let's go on the XY plane. I'm going to draw in a circle. Let's go 100 mil. And hit E on the keyboard and extrude that by, let's say, 25 mil. We've got a nice disk there. Okay, going to save that file. Then we'll come up to design, come down to drawing, and then we go from design. And then in terms of our template here, let's go to our drop down. And you see we've got, so here I've got the sample title block. This is a separate one that I made, but this is the one that I just saved. So I'll select sample title block, click this one, then make sure we're under manual, and then click OK. And I'm just going to left click anywhere for now. So I'm just going to input the front view or the base view of this part, click OK. Then our focus is down here. So as you can see, the smart text, so where it was here, so title 1 has picked up the name of this particular part, which I called test. Okay, it's material, so it's using the default material as steel, part number, and so forth. It's got today's date, it's got my name there, the scale, and also the sheet. So let's say we want to change some of these attributes then. Let's go ahead and change the material and the part number. Let's come into this part. I'm going to modify, I'm going to change, let's go physical material. And I'm going to make this, let's go for a wood. Let's just go for a cherry. Close. And I want to change the part number. So to do this, come across to the browser, right click on the component, and then come down to properties, left click. And then here we've got the option to change the part number. So I'll call this wooden disc, wooden disc 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, click close. Then we're going to save that. Okay. If we come back to the drawing, we're being told, there's a warning. Some changes have been made referencing this component here. So come up to the top left and select this button here to update those references. It's one of the fantastic things about Fusion. A lot of it is automated. You can see here the material has changed to cherry, and the part number has changed as we named it there, WD1234. And if we want to change the title of the part, We can come up to our data panel, we can locate that part, right click, rename, call that wooden disk, press enter. Exit the data panel, click update again, and then you'll see we've got the title changed to wooden disk. So yeah, all automated, and any part or assembly that we bring into this particular template, the smart text or the attributes will pick up the according attributes and display that data here. So it's a really fantastic tool instead of having to manually edit everything. But I hope that all makes sense. And again, any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. And aside from that, I'll see you in the next tutorial.